and good morning. I'm at the Broyle Country Show near Ringmer. It's the 29th of June, and in front of me is a steam engine called the Marshall. That's the company makes it, but the actual machine's called Jess.
Yeah, we'll just stick them over there.
Yeah. We're going to work our way along. There's a wood yard. We go a bit further along. Behind there looks to be a scammel with a crane on the back.
You can't dig a hole there, mate. Dig a hole anywhere, let's go.
Here's a Aveling and Porter Invicta that belonged to Dumfries County Council Highways. Aveling and Porter were made in Rochester. Looks as though someone's learning to drive it. And to its side is a Rolls Royce of some kind. Never really remember what they are. And there's an Austin 12.4, I think. Yeah, it's pretty early in the morning, so not much is going on yet. There's another Aveling Porter. Edison Steam Rolling Company, Dorchester. That one. Next to it's a Broyle. Just over there is a International B250 tractor. There's a Wolseley 14 horsepower. Another Invicta, again be a steamroller. Don't really know much about the other stuff, but there's another Aveling and Porter Invicta called Sestria. Oh, here we are. We just get a view here. This is the Southern Queen, which is done out like a showman's engine. So it's an Aveling and Porter Invicta because of the horse. And there's note the generator that's on the front. I've explained that these were used whenever the fair turned up somewhere and people wouldn't have had electricity in the house at the time, and so this would have been impressive. Still quite impressive now, actually, come to think of it. If we swing around here, there's a steam engine called the Pensioner, which is a Wallace and Stevens. Sitting next to that is a couple of tractors. There's a Fordson Major Diesel and a Ferguson TEF20, I think. Another Invicta, Invicta steamroller, so that'd be Aveling and Porter. And this one, Buckinghamshire. Let's get a nice view of that. Another Fordson with a frame on it. Right, I'm just going to go over here towards the miniature steam engines. I'm not sure. Oh, wait a minute. It's a miniature Broyle. Probably. I don't know what size. Doesn't it look cute and cuddly? Another steam engine. A couple of people cleaning it. That's saying they always take pride in how clean maintenance and cleaning things up. The other Foster, looks like a miniature Foster and Co. steam engine. I think they measure them like 1 inch, 2 inch and all that. I'm not really sure. Something I must look into. We see a load more steam engines being cleaned up. Note that people always take pride in this. That's a miniature showman's engine called Dorothy on a Q plate, so DVLA can't be bothered finding out what year that was, so that's what a Q plate is. There's a Stanley steam engine. There's a road going steam engine, so for its time there would have been quite quick, and we are going way back. Note the boiler is underneath here. I keep thinking I've seen one of these at Parham Park a couple of years ago. I'm going to find out next month whether it's still there. Right, this is an Inver car. Yeah, they used to dish these out for people that weren't quite well. I don't know if you could call them disabled, but they were mobility challenged. And basically, that's what the Ministry of Transport, or whatever ministry it was, I think it was Ministry of Health actually, used to dish these out. And this one's made by AC. Have a little engine. Let's have a look at the controls, because there's no pedals in this. I keep thinking someone had two of these, and one of them took one of these on a road journey, but you have to register it as a trike, I think. But yeah, interesting to look at, but I bet people are glad that you just go out and buy a car and adapt it for you now. There's an AEC Regent that's been done up as a, I don't know if that's a towing rig or might like mechanics bus really, in case the bus breaks down. So this is an AEC Regent. It would have originally been a bus in the East Kent colours. Right, if we go around here, there's a Austin 12.4. Sitting next to that is a Austin 7 Ruby. Sitting next to another 12.4. That's a nice little view of that. Here we are. There's a Austin A30, and sitting next to that is a standard, I don't know what that is, probably a standard 10. There's a Honda motorcycle and a, what's this one? Velo set. Just look at the bikes a minute. There's another Honda. There's a bicycle with a, oh that's interesting, there's a little two-stroke motor in the back of that, in the wheel hub. There's a Francis Barnett, yeah, Francis Barnett. Another one of these, and a Solex bicycle. If we go up here, there's a Comma there's a Comma lorry, general purpose lorry. And so there's a propped bike up next to it. This is another AEC, I'm not sure what this one is. It's a AEC of some kind, AEC, I don't know what though. Let's just get a better view there. There we are. Oh, Volkswagen Golf Mark, I don't know. I'm not really sure what that is. Trying to remember. But if we go around here, we see another AEC Regent. So that's the double decker. That's the one that's not been turned into anything. Sitting next to that is an Austin 6. I'll go back along there in a minute, but I'm just going to have a little look round at this miniature farm scene. So alright, so it'd be the threshing machine, and in front of it's the bale making machine, like in miniature. Wouldn't want to ride on that, but it's a McCormick miniature of a W9. Okay. Well, if we swing round to the garden implements now, there's a gut rod, there's a, I don't know what that is. These must have been used in market gardens, so but basically big greenhouse full of whatever you're growing at the time, tomatoes, anything like that. It was probably what ploughed the ground out. These are all the implements you'd use in market garden. I'm just gonna, oh, I like the way they've done the paint job on that. That is, yep, great. Right, I'm now going to swing back round. Back round to the AEC region. Next to that is a Austin 6. And there's a couple more motorbikes here. There's a BSA Bantam and a Excelsior and a Fendt miniature tractor thingy. Get a view of that. That's a, oh, that's a Hillman. That's a Hillman Hunter, 1972. We see a Ferguson T, probably not T20, TEF20, even be a 35, I don't know. Here we are. Oh, a Norman Nippy. I think Normans were made in Kent. There's a rally runabout. Ooh. Another rally and a roller set. There's a Humber Hawk. I'm going to try and post another runabout and a general post office bicycle motorbike thingy. And that next to that is a Humber Hawk. We swing around to a McCormick International. There's a Morris Minor 1000 sitting there as well. So we just go around and try and right, now we're back at the Invacar. Next to that is another Morris Minor 1000, and next to that is a Rover 100, so be a P4 I think. There we are. And there's a Austin 10. Look at that. Looks like another Austin 10 next to it. Two in the same place. Next to that's another Rover P4. Which one's this one? 75. Because I think they rehashed the numbers at some point in the latter days of Rover. So, right, we're going to take a swing down here now, because I'm going to go down. There's a Ford. Let me just adjust my keychain. That's a Ford of some kind. I think it looks like could be a prefect, and it is. Looks quite sleek actually. Probably not much advanced engineering, but they were popular. People wanted them. If we move along, we see a Land Rover, probably a Series 2. And along here is a Wolseley. No, not Wolseley. It's a Vandenpla Princess. But it looks a wee bit like a Wolseley. It's one of these Farina ones, I think. So there's various versions. And then we see another Austin. That looks like an old Austin of some kind. It says that's a 12.4, probably. Move along a bit and we see a Ford Escort XR3i. Everyone wanted these when we were 17. Trouble was, the insurance company would just say no. They would not. If we move along a bit, and there's a Ford Model T which has been somewhat altered. Looks as though it's been turned into a concrete mixing truck. Wasps, they're annoying. If we move, oh, I've seen this one before. This Morris Minor 1000 has been done out like a police car, like a police, what do they call them? Panda. I think I saw this at Loughton. I think it. Did they ever get that sorted? There's the cut down Mini. Seen that before. Going past there's a Fordson Major diesel, chugging away nicely. Rover 100, so it comes under a P4. Right, so that's a. We swing. Right, there's a Ford Mustang. Every show has to have one. This one's a GT, so 50 GT, previous generation I think to the one that is now sold in Europe, well, sold in Britain. There's a Ford Escort van. This is vintage gardening Crowborough. 1.8 diesel, so chances are these would have been used by the postal service, or same people that are using commercial versions of Morris Minors or commercial versions of something else would have been using this way back when. Right, I'm going to go. Right, I'm now going to go over to this group of cars and work my way round. So here we are with a Ford Consul. So this is a Ford Consul. Wheels are definitely non-standard, but they just look better for it. Right, there's a Morris 8 sitting next to a Hillman Avenger. Just going to quickly look to my right because there's a BSA. There's a BSA here. Right, and we go over to the Avenger. Hillman. They're quite rare now. I don't normally see a lot of these. So that's a Hillman Avenger. So that's around about the time Chrysler owned all of this. Went well for them, didn't it? There's a Volkswagen. I think that's a Jetta. And if we move further along, there's a Vauxhall Chevette with, well, looks as though it could do with a paint job. I think it needs a bit of work on that one. There's a Triumph 2000 Estate. Try and get a view of that. Triumph Stag. Bit of a what could have been moment. Triumphs have always been cool. And there's a Auto Union, so it'd be the 3-cylinder 2-stroke DKW unit. There we are. If we move along now, we can see Morris Minor 1000. Morris Minor 1000, a Volvo 122. Quick look at a Beetle. Right, we move along a bit. Volvo 122. Now we come across a whole sea of Triumph Stags. Here's one with the bonnet open. Don't read anything into it. And it looks like it's still got the original, still the original V8 as well.
Right, so
Yes, the original.
they've gone out.
Original Triumph V8 there. Right, we move around a bit. Another Triumph Stag, and there's a hardtop version next to it. And if we look to my right, there's one in, I don't know, what sort of yellow is that? Looks good in white, must be said. There's hard top, so I think they might put the hard top on, or whether it. But there's like a whole sea of Triumph Stags. There, 1975, 1977, 78. One to my right is 1973, 1972. They made these between 1972 till, was it 19? I'm not sure. It was in the 70s at some point they were making these. And Triumph actually developed its own V8 for this. But yeah, typical of most things in Britain, it just went south, and it's a pity because it's such a nice looking car. There's a 1975. It's 1974, which has got various bits attached, and a 1300 Avenger has just gone past me, which is nice. Right. Right, we come across another row of Triumph Stags. I haven't counted how many Triumph Stags there are here. There's a few. So that's a 1974. We go along 1972, so that's probably earliest I've seen so far. Next to it's a 1974 one, and again the original Triumph V8. Alright. But if we keep going, we see another 1974 and a 1977. So there's still a few survive. Someone stuck a V8 badge on the side of it just to remove any doubt. I wonder how many Triumph Stags there are here today. I haven't counted. This is a 1977 again, next to a 1974, and I think there's a 1976 as well. If you're into Triumph Stags, indulge. See a Riley Elf based on the Mini, another Morris Minor 1000 Traveller. There's also a Ford Consul, different version. Another couple of cars have just turned up. So there's a Austin some 12, I don't know what that is. There's a Toyota GT4, so that's a Celica. Triumph Spitfire. Next to a Ford Anglia. And there's another Ford Consul next to it, different generation. Another Ford Consul. Next to it's a Nissan Figaro. Actually, I'm going to go have a look up here, because another couple of cars have turned up. This is a Ford Mustang Mach 1 351 Ram Air. So which year is this? 1972. And next to it's a Nissan that could do with a bit of work. That could do with a bit of work. Don't think I could tackle it though. And there's a Vauxhall Cavalier in much better condition. Right. There's a little Austin 7. Yeah, so that's an Austin 7. Just trying to think, there's a two-seater sports car. So
Austin 7's Ulster.
Ulster. Cheers. No, I hadn't spotted it before because I think you've only just turned up.
Built for racing. I don't race this, but they are built for racing.
Really?
Up north.
Oh, right.
Started from Ireland. The Ulster did, after the name Ulster.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Youngsters use them as hot rods and raced them, then they come over this country and use the racetrack up north.
All right.
Yeah, tune them up. This is not tune. It's a good engine, but it's not a tuned racing engine.
Right.
It's only 700 cc.
Isn't there? Oh,
That's all you're allowed.
okay.
All right.
You can tune one up from that. If
But-
you're not careful, you'll blow them up.
All right.
Yeah.
They were built in the year of the Spitfire.
So that'd be 1935. So that'd be like 1935 because that was when 38.
Austin Ruby car it was. I
Yeah.
just got the car off and I wanted the chassis. The chassis is the Ruby.
Yeah.
Front axle, back axle.
Oh, yeah, because the reason I remember 1935 is because that's when the Spitfire first come out. That's when they first...
You want a belt then?
Nah,
No, you won't.
it's more likely would have been my granddad's generation,
I was born in 41.
way back when.
I'm 80 odd. The only trouble with this door, if you put doors on it,